Hey guys, we're back again. This time we're going to discuss New Super Mario Bros. U, which is an updated version of what they showed off last year, which is New Super Mario Bros. Me. Which is weird because, as far as we can tell, there's no Mii's in the game at all this time, which might be why they renamed. Or it seems like they're rather using Mii's in a new way, and that's where the social connectivity they unveiled, where if you die a whole bunch, you can like leave a little message for people, and they'll see that on in their single-player game, similar to Dark Souls, right?
Yeah, or Demon's Souls.
Or Demon's Souls. Yeah,
that was the first one.
The first one, right? So yeah, New Super Mario Bros. Wii U is basically what you would expect. It's New Super Mario Bros. with a U at the end.
Yeah,
it looks really good, and I would say it's probably the best looking New Super Mario Bros. Game by far, because the art style is similar, but it's much more. There's more depth to it, if that makes sense, and not just because of the HD graphics.
Yeah, they've made things a lot more detailed. It's not as simple as it used to be.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys watched our analysis videos. Probably most of you did. But the background is like fully 3D now, for the most part. Like, there's tons of stuff in the background, like tons of layers and tons of fully 3D modeled things in the background that really lend a great sense of depth to the game as you're playing. It's actually a very good looking game, which is saying something, because again, the art style kind of grates on me usually, because it looks very simplistic, almost like, well, not like soulless, you know what I mean?
Yeah, very plain, simple,
yeah.
Maybe even cookie cutter, if I could use that word.
Right. So the thing about this game is, again, it supports 5 players, like many of the multiplayer games we saw, and most everyone uses the Wii remote, and it controls just like New Super Mario Bros. Wii. You move with the D-pad, you run and jump with the buttons. If you have the GamePad, however, I guess you don't even have did you even have a character? I'm trying to. No, you don't. I think, or did you?
Or was it 4 and the guy also controls it on the screen?
Oh, God, I think you might be right. I think it might have been 4 people.
Yeah,
I think it was 4 people, and then the fourth person using the gamepad. So I take that back. I think it's a 4-player game, and the person using the gamepad can also tap. So the person playing on the gamepad can also see the same game on their controller screen, and if they tap on the screen, it creates a platform that people can use to bounce off of to reach a higher level. Now the thing is though, if you first off, that platform only lasts for a few seconds, and it can both help or hinder people. So if you play on one like while someone's jumping, it can stop their jump like mid-jump, and they will like land in in an abyss or something.
Yeah.
But if you double tap that platform, it'll turn into a coin block instead. It's a smaller coin block, and it'll give them coins if they hit it, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it seemed a little bit similar to how Rayman Wii U used the gamepad, or Rayman Legends, in that the person with the gamepad can control things in the environment basically to help other players. So what did you think of that? Who did you play as? I guess first off.
Well, I played just with the Wiimote.
Okay.
I didn't get a chance to play with the gamepad, so I was just affected by the Blockmaster, or
right.
as we could call him.
Did he help or hinder you?
Well, one of the guys said, "But I want to crush everyone." And Nintendo rep's like, "No, you have to help them." And he said, "All right."
Yeah, it's like, we want people to have fun playing our games here. We don't want them to hate this. So, what were your thoughts on how the game played? Like, how it compared to previous New Super Mario Bros. Games?
I was surprised that, considering how close it appears to be, like the one on the Wii, I didn't want to kill the rest of the people I was playing with after the levels.
Right.
Maybe I didn't play enough of it with them yet.
So, right. Because for me, the whole thing about that game was like, how can I kill this person the most in the fastest time possible? But as far as the core gameplay is concerned, it felt very similar to New Super Mario Bros. Wii.
Oh yeah. It's like, I don't remember any changes other than getting the flying squirrel suit. Right,
the flying squirrel suit's pretty cool. Because, well, it's basically what it is. Basically, it's like a neutered version of the Tanuki suit. Basically, it's like you can't fly with it. Instead, you can glide, which is similar to the Tanuki suit, where you can wave your tail to float through the air.
Yeah.
Except in this one, you just have to hold a button. You just glide. So, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was a ton of fun to use, really.
Yeah, like, the game itself, it's really polished. It's Mario, but
Right.
it's not as fun as you would think it would be, just because you've played it so many times.
Right. Yeah, and that's something we might get into with our general podcast. But there's a lot of Mario, and that might be a problem. Because New Super Mario Bros. 2 on the 3DS, and it plays pretty similar as well. Yeah. Any last thoughts on New Super Mario Bros. U?
I think perhaps we're missing out on the best aspect of the game, the social features of being able to leave notes.
It does seem like a pretty cool idea. It adds like more of a dynamic. It's basically like Facebook for Mario, you know, like.
I'd actually use that.
Yeah, it actually sounds really neat, and yeah, being able to type messages. It appears you can type messages about a level, and it'll pop up as you're on the world map, and you'll see like what people thought about that level, and they can even give you like tips for the level before you even play it. And that seems really cool. That's a really interesting use of the social of Miiverse, I guess, which is Nintendo's new online hub, I think. And yeah, I'm excited to see what all they can do with that. Maybe you can like send items to people, even, you know, like similar to Street Pass on Mario 3D Land.
Yeah, and there are something akin to achievements. Maybe there's online play. We don't know.
Right? Yeah, we don't know. I hope there's online play.
Yeah, they've had a lot of time to try to get that in there, and if they want Wii U to be next generation,
right,
they should start adding that into games.
I agree. Well, hopefully we'll see some more from that game, and I guess it's going to be a launch title, it sounds like. Or Reggie, I think, basically confirmed that on stage, so I'm curious to see what all the final game has to offer. And that wraps up our talk for New Super Mario Bros. U. Keep an eye on the rest of our video discussions for the rest of the games coming, or that we play at E3. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, guys.